Good evening, sports and pop culture fans around the world. Good evening, all of you die-hard sports fans, and ladies and gentlemen, good evening, IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame inductees. That's right, y'all. Tonight, not only are we going to talk the latest in sports that we love, but we are going to induct the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame class of 2023, and actually 2022 from last year. I will explain in a few moments, but I'll tell you, it is special, very, very special. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, yours truly finally made it. I get a gold shirt. 6 Hall of Fames. And I'm finally in. I'm truly honored. But I can't be even more honored than to be sitting next to my beautiful wife, the lovely Cecilia. How you doing this evening?
Hey everyone, I'm doing pretty good.
It's been a lazy, chill, sleepy day for us as we've had a very busy week. Mm-hmm. So, sorry if we sound a little like we're chilling all day, because we were.
Yep.
It was good. It was fun. And I'll tell you, we are so excited tonight. We got ourselves a great show planned out for y'all. Not only do we have the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame induction for class of 2022 and 2023, we're talking about a new series that we absolutely love, Dr. Death. Like, seriously, we already finished it.
Yeah.
And then we watched the introductions. Then we watched the documentaries.
Well, we haven't finished them.
Oh my gosh, you guys. If you haven't seen it on Peacock yet, you're going to want to watch Dr. Death.
Definitely worth the watch.
Oh, it's awesome. And then on top of that, we got a new coffee to try. Oh, Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company's very own Disney Mickey and Minnie Winter Wonderland coming up tonight. Excited for that?
Yes.
Well, I hope all of you are. You are now tuned in live to Sports Go Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Here we are on a beautiful Friday evening. It is Friday, December 29, 2023. This is the final show of 2023.
Uh-huh.
Can you believe it?
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
Show number...
this year has gone fast.
Show 58.
Mm-hmm.
58. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we of course, with our show here, we've taken lots of breaks here and there and and the whole bit, but hey, we're here tonight and we got so much to get into. We are so happy. Trust me, there is so I think I've said the word "so" about 1,000 times already in the show, but we're just so happy because, you know, it's been a journey. The show has truly been a journey. We've done a lot of different stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the funnest things we've done is the coffee stuff.
Well, yeah, because I mean, that's what we're all about.
I'm truly excited for tonight. We got a lot of people to get to tonight, and just want to congratulate everyone who made it. Man, that Hall of Fame process, I'll tell you, I wanted to make it rigorous. I wanted to make it nerve-wracking, and man, that was my first time ever. I mean, that's pretty cool. My first ballot Hall of Famer, the first time I've ever been on the ballot. And I'll tell you right now, I've always wanted. Oh, our coffee's done. I've always wanted to make like the Sweet 16, or sorry, like the March Madness. You know, the round of 32. You know, we have a couple more rounds, but I guess to make it more intriguing, but. Just because there isn't a Final Four, because the Final Four are the Hall of Fame inductees. So the Elite Eight is really the championship, if you will, the ending. And I'll tell you right now, I really wanted to make it nerve-wracking. And after going through all of that, I can truly say, as somebody that's in it, it's nerve-wracking.
How so?
Didn't you see me the whole time?
No. I mean, I did, but...
Nervous and... hoping that I would make it to the next round. And,
true, you would say.
I mean, it was really cool to just, I don't know, be a part of that and experience it. And everybody that is in, I'm telling you right now, it is a true honor because you got to battle through that thing, get your votes, get everybody in. It's so cool. Such a great process. And just once again, thank everybody who voted for me, but thank you for everybody who voted, just for anybody in is a part of this whole process. For anybody else, man, who's falling short, I feel so bad. There's some like Adam Karnick and Mike Pat. Believe it or not, Mike Pat has been on the last 4 ballots and hasn't gotten in yet.
Oh man,
Adam Karnick
change that,
right? Adam Karnick has been in the last 3 and hasn't gotten in.
Oh,
Marcus Los Great has been on the last 4 and has not gotten in.
Well, that's why they have a chance every year,
right? And it's just crazy to think like all these awesome people and only 4 get in every year. So it's really, really amazing. I will be updating the page tonight, but just everybody who is in the Hall of Fame right now, I mean, we're going to honor all of them tonight as well. But I do got to say our coffee is done. So before we get to the inductions, before we get to any of that, we got to say big ups to our sponsor, Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. The jerky that's on a whole other planet. Delicious premium brisket beef jerky. Head on over to planetjerky.net. Grab yourself a bag. Head on over to Instagram. Follow Planet Jerky at Planet Jerky. And you can DM them. Let them know that you heard this ad on here. And then you'll be entered in a draft to win 2 bags of Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Delicious jerky, you guys. You'll get 2 bags of your choosing of the flavor. There's so many delicious flavors. And trust me, you're going to want to buy a bag. So with that said, big ups to Planet Jerky. Thank you to everybody in the chat room tonight. We got a full chat room. Man, they're bumping tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate you all. And, well, we're going to take ourselves a short break. And when we come back, we are going to start off with the inductions and, of course, get into our coffee and talk a little bit about our sports because I hate the Lakers. I'm just very angry with the Lakers. We are ecstatic about the Raiders right now. Cloud 10 is not high enough with that Raider victory on Christmas. Mm-hmm. The Ducks continue
That was a great Christmas gift.
Oh, wasn't it? A beautiful Christmas gift. And then, of course, the Ducks look like crap, but for some reason they can blow out the champions from last year. I don't know how that works, but, that was cool. So, yeah, lots of fun sports on our end. And we'll get into all of that and Dr. Death when we get back. You're listening to the Sports Co Perspectives right here on IESports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
Well, what is up, Carolina Nation? This is John Felipe of the Carolina Cast, of course, the podcast of, by, and for the Carolinas, right here on IE Sports, your direct feed for all that is sports. And I'm reminding you to tune in Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern for the latest in Carolina sports, whether it's the Panthers that keep on pounding, the fly natures of the Hornets, the storming Hurricanes, the battle of the Blues with Duke and UNC, the fight of the Clemson Tigers, or the amazing atmosphere of any Carolina college. I'm talking App State, I'm talking ECU. I've got you covered. Once again, tune in for the Carolina Cast with me, John Felipe, Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's good, everyone? It's Drewski, the host of Heart of Texas Sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. On this station, we cover everything in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. From where we cover the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Stars, Dallas Mavericks, Dallas Wings, Texas Rangers, TCU, SMU, we cover it all right here. Every Wednesdays from 9 to 10 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you stay live with me on the Heart of Texas Sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Couple Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Oh, yes, you are. And I'll tell you, big ups to our awesome shows here at IE Sports Radio. There's just 2 of them, but we got a million more here. Thank you for all those awesome drops, of course, made by our awesome team. Carolina Cast, Heart of Texas Sports. Just amazing shows. You're going to want to catch these every single week, especially if you're a fan of one of those areas because, well, you know, diehards love diehards, right? So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and jump right on into our coffee of the week because it smells so freaking good.
I really like the smell of it.
Oh, it smells delicious. By the way, the Cotton Bowl Classic just got underway right now. Number 9 Missouri taking on number 7 Ohio State, and ball season has been beyond fun. Oh my gosh. Big shout out to our USC Trojans, by the way. Oh yeah. Can't even believe it. Horrible season. Looked like crap basically the entire year. But a few changes, and look at that. USC looks like a good football team. So here's to next season, and let's hope we do better in the Big Ten. Anyway, with that said, and of course, Jen B, the host of Show of the Land over there in Ohio, she's actually a Ohio State fan. So her team is wearing red. And let me just tell you right now, Cecilia is going to be going for that team tonight.
Maybe. I'm just kidding. I like the red.
She goes for anybody who's red.
No, not always.
Well, sometimes.
I've gone for purple, too.
Oh, she's a purple team, but yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, so with that said, our coffee tonight, it smells delicious. It is Joffrey's, Joffrey''S, coffee company and tea. And it is Mickey and Minnie's Winter Wonderland. A magical taste of white chocolate and caramel. It's a medium flavored ground coffee, so it's a medium roast. And I'll tell you right now, the crazy thing is Cecilia and I we're just farting around. Was it Marshalls or Home Goods? Marshalls one day, because Cecilia has a new infatuation with Marshalls.
Yes.
And trust me, we can pass some Marshalls on the freeway, and we'll have to get off so she can go in there and check it out.
No,
just kidding.
Always.
But she loves Marshalls now. I think it's awesome. I love taking her shopping and spending money on her. And, well, guess what? This particular day, she found this coffee. She's like, we have to try this for the show.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with Mickey and Minnie, so.
Right? And us, we've had too many different coffees this week. We haven't even saved any for the show. We have the sampler box from the World Mart.
That one's a cool one. It has a whole bunch of Christmas flavors. I think there's 5 of them in total.
I'll tell you right now, that Christmas box, oh my gosh, there's some good coffees in there. I think we found our favorite one, the Fireside Rum, which
yes,
we will definitely talk about that one day here on the show.
Yeah,
that is a good coffee. So okay, let's take our first sip. Let's do the honors first of the black version of this coffee with no creamer.
You can smell the chocolate and caramel when you just smell it.
I love it.
So I'm hoping it tastes as good as it smells.
Let's see if it does. All right. So what do you think?
Ooh, that one's good.
Is it really?
Yes.
Let me take a
you can actually taste the chocolate and caramel. That one I could tolerate being black. That one's really good.
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't want it, just coffee, but it's still good. I like it.
I think this one black is really good.
Yeah.
You can totally taste the coffee. I mean, the chocolate and the... Ooh, this is like a... But this is absolutely delicious. I love this. This coffee black, I think, is totally... It's I don't know. I think it's worth a try black.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
Okay, now let's try the creamer version. And take a look here.
Oh, man. You don't even need a lot of creamer with this one either. I like it.
It's
that one's really good.
Naturally sweet.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of creamer.
Oh, that is a naturally sweet coffee. I like it. Delicious, delicious, delicious coffee here. And we are super excited to try it. But to tell you guys to try it yourselves.
Yeah, I would recommend this one.
Yeah, this is, I know, I give 10s out like freaking, I don't know. I don't even know what like Oprah, I guess. I don't know. I give 10s out all the time. But this is yet another 10 out of 10 for me. What about you?
This one's going to be a 10 for me.
It's a sweet kind of coffee that you like?
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it, and it's definitely enjoyable. So, anyway, well, let's get on into the, by the way, sorry about that. I do want to mention really quick that it is on our Instagram and our Twitter pages. So, head on over to our Instagram at TSCP_IESR, and you will see the latest post, of course, next to the pinned one on Instagram, and then on X, you will also see it, the last post that we just posted right before we came on. And if you want to try it yourself, there it is, and we totally recommend this coffee.
Yeah, it's very smooth and it's not bitter at all.
Delicious. So, okay, well, one thing I want to do really fast is the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame class of 2022. Okay. Last year, I did say I was going to explain. I did not get a chance at all last year. My gosh, that was one of the most hectic years ever. Just getting all the crap out of the way with all kinds of things and getting things sorted out, career stuff and all that. But I do got to say, last year's Hall of Fame class, Mr. Daryl Kinsey Jr., of course, the host of The Extra Mile here on IE Sports Radio, and co-host with Mr. Michael Ward. He's been on since 2017. Awesome job every single time he goes on. Delivers only the best on his podcast. And we're just so glad to have him here. He is inductee number 17. Inductee number 18, Bobby Cash. He's actually one half of our Philadelphia sports show, Philly Sports Talk, along with Chris Amos. By the way, Chris Amos, for a second year in a row, made it all the way to the Sweet 16 and made it no further. Bummer. His co-host. So maybe next year he'll get in.
Yeah, there's still a possibility.
So, inductee number 19, Matthew Owens. He is the founder of our sister station, USRN, where you can hear all these awesome live calls. And he has done his due diligence to make an amazing station. And we will hear from him in just a bit. And, of course, inductee number 20 to finish off the class of 2022, Pierre Moss. He is actually, pretty crazy story here, the founder of WSR, the other sister station of us. And him, Matthew Owens, and Seth Eves used to all be on on WSR. And Matthew Owens and Seth Eves, according to Pierre, they got so into the live calls, they branched off and made their very own station, USRN, and became sister stations. And now we're all sister stations. How cool is that, right?
Yeah, that is really cool.
So now, of course, we got inductees 21, 22, 23, and 24. But I will say that, big ups and congratulations to everybody who's been a part of this thing. And let's get it rolling. So, starting things off, I want to go ahead and just play everybody's induction because, well, they are all very, very, very important. And I do want to play all of their little speeches and snippets that they have made. Starting off with last year's Mr. Daryl Kinsey Jr. and his speech. And, well, let's go ahead and hear it from him. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Daryl Kinsey Jr.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daryl Kinsey Jr. I am the host of the fastest show on IE Sports Radio. You know it as the Extra Mile, and I want to say thank you so much for inducting me into the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame. We're working on Season 8 right now, and it's funny that I went from watching the Rolex 24 to getting a chance to talk about it every week with all of you, and I've loved every bit of it. We've had some awesome guests, some incredible co-hosts over the years that I really believe have made the show great, whether it be Caitlin Seam, Lolita Camello, or our current co-hosts, Michael Ward and Christopher Lehman. A special shout out goes to Michael Ward, who has been with the show in some capacity from the very beginning. You've had a lot of fun talking about a lot of the great things and some of the not so great things that have happened in motorsports. As we get ready for this 8th season, I am so happy to have an opportunity to get to do this with you all again. We got to talk about some great moments, such as the dominance of Mercedes, that scintillating 2021 Formula One battle for the championship until Abu Dhabi happened. Some great Indianapolis 500s, and of course, all of the great action in NASCAR, including one of the strangest seasons we've ever seen in the 2020 COVID year, where we all were really just trying to figure out what we were going to do and how we were going to get through it. The COVID Red Flag series of episodes was a lot of fun. If you've got a chance to go back and listen to those during the off season here, I really recommend you go on to the iSports Radio backup on YouTube and check it out and listen to all those great episodes that we've had. Well, thank you all so much for inducting me into the iSports Radio Hall of Fame. And next month, we'll be ready to drop the green flag on the 2024 racing season.
Just a special moment there from Daryl Kinsey Jr. The man has been with us since, nearly since iSports Radio's infant stage. I can say toddler stages. And heartfelt speaks. He really, really, really loves being a part of this. And we have been so blessed and thankful. I mean, Daryl is somebody who works as a reporter now. I mean, I keep on telling him one day I'm going to be really sad when his contract, when he gets a major contract one day and he can no longer do the show because of how good he is, And,
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, he's the man, and I'm just so thankful and honored to have him. So, ladies and gentlemen, Daryl Kinsey Jr., inductee number 17 into the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame. Sir, no matter where you go, you always are a part of this network, and not trying to say any goodbyes. I'm just saying, I know that guy, man. He's on the move, and I hope that he never gets that. I hope he gets the big contract, but hopefully he can always somehow stay a part of the station and do this show. He was an amazing show with us here, and we just hope to have him forever. So thank you, Mr. Dale Kinsey Jr. Off to inductee number 18, our very own Bobby Cash from Philly Sports Talk. He, of course, is a huge Philly guy. And, well, let's see what he has to say here tonight for his induction speech. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Cash.
Hey, everybody. It's Bobby Cash here from Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris. And I'd like to congratulate everyone who is being inducted into the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame. About 3 years ago, Larry contacted me and asked me if I'd be interested in being his guy for the Philly segment of the station, and I gladly accepted. And I reached out to my co-host Chris Amos, who I had just gotten to know a little bit before then myself, and asked him if he'd be interested, and he agreed. Now, almost 3 years later, we're coming up on our 150th episode, and it's been nothing but fun and enjoyment. I mean, we do what we love. We talk Philly sports every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. We never miss an episode. It's been an honor to work with him. I mean, he makes everything easier for me, and we just play off of each other, and it goes so smoothly, and I look forward to it every week doing our show, and it's great. We have regular listeners and fans, and all thanks to Larry. If he didn't ever reached out to me, it would have never been part of my life. So I'm very grateful to do it, and it's something that I enjoy. I'm sure everybody here at the station enjoys it. So once again, all my fellow inductees, thank you. Everyone who voted, thank you. Larry and Taryn, everything you do to support our show, we appreciate, and we look forward to another 10 years. Once again, congratulations. Happy New Year, everybody.
What a guy, right? Bobby Cash. What a guy. Bobby Cash is somebody who I reached out to him, of course, as I like to reach out to everybody who I think is just a super diehard. And Bobby I reached out to him and I was like, hey, what do you think about doing our Philadelphia show? He's like, let me get right back to you. He adds me in a group with Chris, whom I've never met, even though neither of them. And they were like, hey, we were thinking about doing some kind of podcast like this, like one day together. We always come on here and we talk on Twitter. Before it was X. And I mean, would you mind taking both of us? And I says, are you kidding me? That's 2 for 1. You've got to be kidding me. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, they're nearly the show 150. These guys never miss. Let me tell you how dedicated they are, because it's awesome. Chris, and I think it was Chris's daughter. I'm not sure. But Chris, one time, I think I remember telling you this earlier this year.
I was listening to that one that day.
They were both on the road. And Chris never said who it was, like I said, but they were on Chris's computer at home conducting the show with both of them somehow connected through Zoom on a call. And they did, like, all the commercials that we're doing right now. It's freaking all that and everything. They just listened for their cue to do the commercial and bring them back and everything. And they did an entire show completely on the road without touching a single button. That's incredible. Mm-hmm. Of course, they had they had the help from somebody like now at home,
Mm-hmm.
but that was so cool and just an amazing, just an amazing deal these guys have. I mean, they're so historic with Philly. They can talk about anything from about 100 years ago in Philadelphia all the way until present day. I mean, these guys know their Philadelphia sports, and I'm just so happy to have them part of this network here. So, okay. So, once again, Bobby Cash, inductee number 18. Off to inductee number 19. This guy is just a dynamo. I mean, they all are, but Matthew Owens, the host or the founder of one of our sister stations, USRN, he has been an honor to work with, a pleasure to work with over the years since USRN has really begun in 2017. I think they're right around there. And I'll tell you right now, they are just continuing to build steam. Him, Seth Eves, everybody over there, they're just doing an amazing job. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, inductee number 19, Matthew Owens.
It has been amazing to watch IE Sports Radio grow, and I've had so much fun working with so many people from IE Sports Radio through USRN. A couple of years ago, I had a lot of members from IE Sports Radio join me as a part of our Thursday Night Football broadcast on USRN. That was so much fun, and we've had so many come over to USRN on a normal to semi-normal basis, so it's just been a lot of fun watching the growth of IE Sports Radio and the growth of USRN basically take off at around the same times, and it's been terrific to be a part of. And I hope that everyone has enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope everyone has been able to cherish what we've been able to put together the way that we have done it. We've done it the right way. We built it from the very bottom, from nothing, and I hope everyone has been able to enjoy and cherish just the path that it's taken to get here over a number of years. And it's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of dedication, but it's all worth it in the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matthew Owens. Such a genuine guy. I just... it's been such a pleasure working with him, and I love it that we've had the chance to be a part of them and have them a part of us, and it's just been amazing. So, inductee number 19, once again, Matthew Owens. Make sure to check out USRN. They're live right now. I mean, Matthew's going to have to hear the recording of this because he's live right now on USRN on Mixler.com. I mean, once again, that's just the diligence of these guys. They're amazing. And for our 20th inductee, unfortunately, Pierre Moss, we couldn't get his he is a busy man, working tons of hours a week. He's also doing the running WSR. And let me just tell you, Pierre Moss, this guy, inductee number 20, Pierre Moss, he started in 2014. When we first started IE Sports Radio, when I first started it, okay, later on that year, I added Martine and Felicia. Of course, they would become the hosts of the Gorilla Position, which later became, my gosh, they had so many names. Ring Rambling Radio, which became now just, Martine by himself, the IE Elite Wrestling Show, which is now just the IE Wrestling Show. Martine, of course, was another one who came very far in the voting this year. But he was only, he fell short in the... Kind of crazy. Both Felicia and Martine were both nominated, and they made it all the way to the final round, and they both lost this year.
Oh, so close.
Right? So we'll see if we can get them in next year, whenever the time may be. But Pierre Moss listened to them back when we were also on Mixler.com full-time, where we first started in 2014, and he was known as the Jersey guy, and he used to comment on their wrestling show. And long story short, Martine and Felicia were like, hey, we need to get this guy on the show one day, and they did get him on the show one day, and they were like, this guy's really cool, he has his own live calls. I started to get into him more and check out his stuff. He used to call soccer games, and I wanted to pull him on, so we did. He became a part of us. He began the show, the Soccer Scoreboard Show. And Pierre he ran that for a couple years, and then he exited for a while, and then came back and ran for a couple of years, and now he exited yet again. But of course, busy man, family man, doing everything he can to just, support the family and keep his passion alive with WSR. And he's just such a historic piece of IE Sports Radio that he has become a figure of IE Sports Radio from its very beginnings, in its infant stages. And I'll tell you right now, we're so glad to have him. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, number 20, inductee number 20, Pierre Moss. Too bad we couldn't get any audio with him. I'm bummed out, but it's all right. Like I said, I know he's a busy guy, and just glad to have him here in the Hall of Fame. So there it is, the class of 2022. My goodness, where does time go? But we're going to take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we're going to induct this year's class, talk a little bit about our sports, talk Dr. Death, and then that'll be it for this week and for the year. You're listening to the Sports Cover Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back with plenty more after this.
What's up, sports fans? You're listening to IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your favorite West Coast Wisconsinite, Bernie Bango, and if you're a cheesehead, come listen to my show, Big Cheese Sports, where we road trip around America's Dairyland, previewing, reviewing, predicting, debating, and digging into all that is Wisconsin sports at the college and pro levels. Join me on IE Sports Radio, Sundays at 1 p.m. Central Standard. Bernie out.
Hockey fans, I'm Adam Kernick.
And I'm Zach Puplis.
Together, we are the newest version of Hockey Talk on IE Sports Radio, The Neutral Zone.
Zone.
We love hockey, but we also know it's not everyone's first sport. So we want to make this show as much for new fans as for the diehards.
Whether you can name all the Swedes on the 08 Red Wings Stanley Cup team, or if you can't tell if Varlamov is a goalie or the latest trendy vodka, we're here to help. With facts, figures, and outrageous fans, we bring you all the hard-hitting hockey news you can handle, while still keeping it fun and on the rails. Well, mostly.
So tune in every week as we go around the hockey world, from college to Canada, the minors and the majors, and everywhere in between.
So bring your cellies.
And your one-timers.
You wicked wristas.
And be sure to protect your 5-hole.
Catch the Neutral Zone every week on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
We promise not to pick on the Arizona Coyotes every episode.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Cover Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Oh, yeah! IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. The Cotton Bowl Classic is still 0-0, by the way, with 4:40 to go. And there's a bring down the backfield there. Missouri coming to play it, man. But this is going to be a great game regardless. So anyway, Mike Pat says, question, if I get nominated enough times, is there like a senior committee vote to get in like in the football? Well, I wrote back to him there. Don't got that quite yet, but hey, maybe we'll put that in there because, man, Mike Pat, I think you've been nominated like 4 times already, and Adam Karnick, same thing. I think you've been in like 3 already, so, and Marcus too, like 4, so we'll see, guys. Maybe I'll put that clause in there next year. We'll see, but all right, so on to class of 2023. And I'll tell you, it was just that was a grind out one, man. But I'll tell you, it was a lot of fun. I'm just happy for everybody to be a part of this. So, our next inductee, this is, of course, now onto the class of 2023. This is just, this one's pretty cool. This woman is a complete diehard fan of Patty Bax's show, The Buffalo Huddle. She got the most votes this year. Her Buffalo fans were all behind her. And you know what? Really awesome to hear her be able to get here and become of this Hall of Fame. And super, super cool. She actually designs patches. She sews patches. Something she does.
That's cool.
Super cool lady. So let's hear from her. She just sent this a little bit ago, and she's super excited to be a part of this Hall of Fame. So, ladies and gentlemen, IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame inductee number 21, Miss Patty Champion.
Thank you, Bills Mafia, for voting me into the IE Sports Hall of Fame. It means a lot. It means a lot to me that you all took the time to vote. I have been a Bills fan my entire life. When I was a military wife, the Bills brought me closer to home because we lived in Norfolk, Virginia, and every summer Bruce Smith would have his charity softball and golf tournament. It was always fun to attend the golf ball tournament and see the Bills players. I met Patty Bax through Twitter. Harrison Phillips was nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year, and I had just been laid off from my job. So I decided I was going to vote for him a lot. Harrison was already one of my favorite players, but my daughter had gotten me his jersey for Mother's Day, and her coworker was his neighbor, and he took the time to sign it for her to give it to me. I always said one small act of kindness brought so much into my life. Voting brought Patty with the Buffalo Huddle into my life, and Patty has become one of my best friends. That is how I became involved with IE Sports Radio. I listen to her podcast every week. I may not listen to it live, but I do listen to it the next day if at all possible. I make embroidered patches, and whenever possible, I use my patches for good. I use them a lot of times to donate to people in need. The money would go to the people in need, or they're used as just a fundraiser. My favorite part about being involved in Bills Mafia is all the charity work they do. And Josh Allen, my gosh, he is so good with the kids. I would not want to be a member of any other fan base. Again, Bills Mafia, thank you for voting me into the IE Sports Hall of Fame. I cannot tell you what an honor this is, and taking the time to vote for me. Thank you. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Patty Champion. Wow. How about that? How about that? Is she sweet?
Yeah, she is sweet.
I think that's an amazing story. Military
Yeah,
wife. She got to meet Harrison Phillips. That guy's a monster. One of the people I love to idolize my game after on the field. Guy's amazing. But it's true. The Bills, I think that organization is they work so close to their community. I love it.
Yeah, that's good.
And I think it's so cool that somebody like Patty Champion became really good friends with Patty Bax because of our show here at IE Sports Radio. How cool is that? You know?
Yeah, that's really awesome.
I mean, Twitter, of course, they met, or X now, but it's just really cool to hear that, so I just think that's amazing. So kind of funny, guys, and I guess my wife had to remind me to say this because it's so true. So when I was I have so many of the nominees, so many people nominated every year, and I'm just such in a rush to get their posts up and everything. Well, Patty, when I was typing in her name for on the voting polls, like the poll part where you click to vote, I was going so fast and autocorrect corrected her name. And what did it correct her name as? Party Champion! So, in the very first round of the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame voting this year, her name was none other than Party Champion, which is awesome. That's amazing. So I had to correct myself and tell her I was sorry for that. Apologize for that. She just no, it's okay. I thought it was pretty funny. I know some of you probably caught that as well. But hey, I'll tell you right now, she's probably partying now, being a part of the Hall of Fame. And that's I guarantee she probably parties when her Bills win. So hey, Party Champion.
And with a last name like that too, just makes it even cooler.
Right? Isn't it great? So big ups to her, and just so neat. Okay, let's move on now to inductee number 22. This guy has just been, oh my gosh, this guy's amazing. I'm so happy that he was able to be a part of us. Just because of who he is. The guy is awesome. The guy is 100%. He's a class act, and you know something? It makes me feel good to know we have amazing people a part of this network. Everybody is, but somebody like this guy, isn't it funny how two people can hate each other's sports teams and cities and regions of the country so much because of sports? Of course, nothing other than sports. Boston's beautiful, but in lots of history there. I'm a history teacher, but and government too. But I will tell you right now, I can't stand Boston sports or anything that has to be affiliated with Boston. It makes me sick. Because I'm a SoCal guy, and vice versa for them, right? But the respect is always there. This past year, I was able to meet a guy who shares that same love and passion. And, well, wouldn't you know it? That same love and passion got put into a brand new Boston show. He brought his woman in, Swizzle, and now they are an amazing duo every Wednesday evening covering all Boston sports, all Massachusetts sports, really, on our bleeping city. I'm glad to have inductee number 22, Mikey Two Guns. Here we go, y'all. Take it away, Mikey.
Hey, what's up? It's Mikey Two Guns here. I want to say what an honor it is to be inducted into the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame class of 2023 by you guys, my peers. It's always been a dream of mine to get into the radio hosting business, and I want to thank a big shout out to my man Larry B, also on the Hall of Fame ballot this year, who brought this dream to reality when he approached me earlier this year. And I've always wanted to do it. I just never had an avenue to go. I never just had that path. Until Larry came to me and offered me a chance to host my own show, Our Bleepin' City, which is on every Wednesday, 7 to 8, Eastern Standard Time. But thanks to Larry kind of planting that seed and getting this show going, it has really taken off to where I am now. Loving what I'm doing with IE Sports Radio, with this show. And I tell everybody, the best part of this whole journey has been meeting all my fellow peers, my fellow radio hosts, and the friends that I've made. And that has been the best part. But let me tell you, the Hall of Fame ain't too shabby either. So yeah, I want to thank everybody, and congrats to all of my fellow peers that have made the Hall of Fame as well. I just want to thank everybody for getting your votes in, getting me into the Hall of Fame. It's an incredible honor, something I'm gonna have with me for the rest of my life. And just big shout out and congrats to everyone else who've made the Hall of Fame in past years. It is such an honor. Thank you. And happy holidays, happy New Year's to everybody. Hope to see you soon listening to my show, Our Bleepin' City. Also, last but not least, I want to thank the other most important part of this whole show and this whole journey has been my sidekick, my co-host, Swizzle, Stephanie. You have been such a big help to the show. All that you do behind the scenes to help helped me just organize things, get the interviews, everything ready. So Swizz, this also is a huge honor for you as well, because you've been a major part of the show. So thank you to you, Swizz, as well. I look forward to continuing this great journey and running into all you people every Wednesday right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Talk to you soon, people.
That was awesome. Mikey Two Guns, everybody. What a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good heart. He's here. He was out yesterday with Swizz at the Fenway Bowl as Boston College defeated SMU. That was awesome. And I'll tell you right now, it's just been a great journey having him a part of it. Their ugly, nasty, disgusting, stinky Celtics beat our beloved Lakers on Christmas Day, and I was very upset. But, of course, our Raiders won, so I couldn't be too upset. But I'll tell you right now, it's been an honor. So, once again, inductee number 22, Mikey Two Guns. Inductee number 23. I think you may know this person kind of well. I think. And, well, I just got to say, I'm deeply touched, and well, this is kind of weird. I've never, in doing the inductions, I've always had a fun time doing it, but I've never inducted myself. So, I guess this is that crazy time where I happen to make that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, inductee number 23 of the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame. It's me, your boy Larry B. Yeah, I clapped for myself. Let me get a yeehaw in there. Let me just say, I thank you all so very much for voting. You guys are amazing. This platform has been remarkable. Never did I ever think, back nearly 10 years ago, that this would turn into this. I seriously thought, guys, I was going to jump on and it was going to be a little fad where I talk sports for just a little bit, and maybe it'll last about a month and that's it. Little did everybody know, when I started this thing, I was in a very hard place with college football. I was just ending my college football career, and it was tough. It was hard to walk away from the college game and the NCAA. It was just a different change for me. I was transferring schools to graduate at my alma mater, Cal Baptist University. It's funny because I did 3 shows of what is now the defining moment. I call it the rundown at the time for all the sports. And 3 shows into this, my appendix exploded. And I found myself in the hospital for, oh my gosh, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, well, about 2 weeks. It was amazing that I lived. It was remarkable. And the doctor told me that because I was so big, because of the muscle that I had on my body, that's what my body ate. And by the grace of God, I survived. I lost it all. I was really sucked up and skinny, but it was something that I just was so motivated to come back and be even better and stronger. I wanted to play football again. That's where I became playing semi-pro the very next year. But I made it through the summer, once again, by the grace of God. I got back to football. I got back to school, went to Cal Baptist for a year and a half, graduated December 17th, 2015 with my BA. I started playing football again in 2016, semi-pro, and then I really, played my first full season in 2017, and the rest is history, guys. It's amazing to think that, IE Sports Radio really kept me strong, because I was so driven and motivated to come back with my strength and to rebuild my body after the life nearly got sucked out of me from June and July of that summer. I started on May 15th, 2014. My appendix blew up, I want to say May 31st. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm just so blessed and thankful once again to the man above, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for saving my life. And I was meant to be here, and I'm proud of that. And yeah, all through July, though, I had to be in the hospital. I had a PICC line in my arm. It sucked. But I'll tell you right now, it was beautiful to come back, recover through July. And I was right back in that damn gym on July 28th, 2014. And I'll tell you, I got back to podcasting right in July. I started my Raider show, Pirate Radio, haha. And I kept on doing the rundown. It turned into the defining moment, started adding more people, and here we are today, nearly 10 years later, and I'm so happy that I lived and that I made it, and here we are, at that time, I didn't even know, but I continued. I was like, no, I'm driven. I was driven with getting my body back, with getting back on the football field. I was driven with getting my degrees. I was so close to my bachelor's, and a year and a half later, I got it. I was so driven to do all these things, and iSports Radio was one of them that I was like, no, I'm going to take this thing to the top. I'm going to go hard. And I did it. I got my BA. I got my master's 5 years later. I'm getting my second one coming up this year. And it feels good. I got to play semi-pro for all those years. I may play one more season coming up. We don't know yet. Compete in strongman, powerlifting, all that fun stuff coming up. Made it to my very first year playing for the SoCal Warriors. Now a team that doesn't exist no more. But first year playing, we played freaking to the semifinals. I mean, it was just amazing. So I just got to tell you guys right now, it's been a journey. But you guys are the journey, and I thank you for that. So everybody who voted for me, everybody who nominated me, everybody who wanted me to be in this thing, hey, you know what? I see myself, and as it goes, I'm the 23rd inductee, man. The 23rd inductee. So you already know, I think of myself just like you guys. Just like you. I'm no better than nobody else, and I just want to say thank you for putting me in here. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you all. And, of course, the final inductee into this 2023 class here. Kind of crazy. I'm 23. It's 2023. In the chat room here, Taryn says, yep, number 53, that's me. But, of course, it's the number 23 for right now. Hey, I'll take Jordan's number. But, of course, finally, a guy that I met earlier this summer. Amazing guy. He is just a one-of-a-kind dude. Actually, I met him last year. And he's awesome. Kind of crazy. He retired this year, okay? Diehard Steelers fan. Retired just this year. And he was yesterday was his birthday on the day he found out that he was in the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Him and I have been really close. He's been awesome. We go back and forth with the Steelers and the Raiders, and it was just amazing. So I'll tell you right now, I'm so happy to have this guy a part of us. One more for the road tonight. Inductee number 24 and the final one of the night, Mr. Ralph Calise.
Hello and good evening. My name is Ralph Calise, newly inducted to the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame. I would like to sincerely thank everyone on the IE Sports Radio Committee for thinking of me for this wonderful recognition. It is certainly one of the most meaningful and personal honors I've ever received. I am really proud and flattered to be saying this to all of you tonight. I want to thank all my very close and personal friends, as well as my hashtag TTM Success followers on the X, formerly known Twitter, social media platform, for all the votes. You guys are all the best. I would also like to acknowledge myself as a dedicated Steelers fan of over 50 years, which made this happen on the IE Sports Radio Network. 3 and Out, 8 Division in 8 days AFC North show with Larry B., a true gentleman in his own rank. Thank you again for that. My 3 shows with Larry were amazing, allowing me this great honor in a short time about the Pittsburgh Steelers, the black and gold. I am now a Hall of Famer like 27 players and coaches of my favorite team. So in closing, I would like to congratulate Patty Champion 1, Mikey 2 Guns, Larry B., the other Hall of Famers inducted, and once again, the IE Sports Radio Network for this humbling experience. Again, my name is Ralph Calise, dedicated fan of the 6-time Super Bowl champion Pittsburgh Steelers. I am now in the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame. I will carry on my legacy for years to come. Thank you all very much. Good night.
What a recording. What a recording. How amazing is that? Ralph Calise, him and I have had some great shows together and talk about his Steelers, and I just tell you, what a guy. What a guy. I think I'm just I'm just so happy that everyone is just so happy to be a part of this. And it's kind of crazy. I do have one thing to say really quick here. Once again, congratulations, Ralph Calise. Sir, you are without a doubt one of the most class act people I've ever had on any of my shows ever, and just thank you for lending your time. Ralph is that kind of guy that I can ask him right now, and he's on the East Coast. I could ask him right now at 9 o'clock his time to be on my show tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock my time, our time here, 10 o'clock tomorrow, and he'll tell me, hey, I'm busy, but you know what? I'll make it work for you for like 15 minutes. Is that okay? He's that kind of guy.
That's cool.
And I love him for that. He's a great guy, and I'm just so happy to have him part of that. By the way, kind of a crazy thing just happened, but I do want to do this because I can't slide him. That, of course, is the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame class of 2023. But Pierre Moss actually just got to us right now. He said he had a very hard time getting home from work today. He said he's super late, but he just sent it, and I had to upload it. And, well, the tail end of the 2022 Hall of Fame class, Pierre Moss has a couple words to say, so let's hear him speak them.
Hello, IE Sports Radio family. So good to be with you guys again. This is Pierre Moss, and definitely happy and glad to be inducted to the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame. Certainly had some fun times hosting different shows and being a guest on different shows of IE Sports Radio, and also hosting my own shows over on my station, Wellington Sports Radio. It's all been fun, to be honest with you. Certainly enjoyed my time hosting the Soccer Scoreboard Show, as well as the Show It Never Sleeps podcast with Harrison Glazer. Again, had a lot of fun doing both of those shows, and having fun being in a contributing role these days. But I'm never too far away from IE Sports Radio. Never too far away at all. Larry B, man, I mean, one of the best dudes around for sure. Want to thank him for founding this awesome station. It is an awesome station to be a part of, whether you're a host or a contributor or a fan, just like I started off as just a fan listening in and commenting on our old station format. But again, I want to thank you guys so very much for inducting me into the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame. And as far as Wellington Sports Radio is concerned, we are definitely heavy into high school football and basketball coverage. We'll be starting that soon, coming up in the first week of January as far as high school basketball is concerned. We certainly love to do high school sports, but we like to do all sports as well. We like to do as many sports as we can on Wellington Sports Radio. But again, to my IE Sports Radio family, once again, thank you guys so very much for taking the time out to inducting me into the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame. And it is certainly an honor to have been inducted. And once again, thank you guys so very much.
Pierre Moss. Once again, inductee number 20. And there we are, y'all. There we are, dedicated IE Sports Radio listeners. The class of 2022 and 2023. Wow, how about that? We this is 6 classes already. How about that?
That's cool.
Well, I already told Cecilia I'm going to nominate her next year.
You don't need to nominate me.
I want to nominate her. Who else is with me? Who anybody else want to nominate Cecilia next year? Anybody want to nominate my beautiful wife next year for the Hall of Fame class of 2024?
No, you're putting too much pressure.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm definitely, the nomination is where it all begins. And hey, let's see. I'd love to have all these amazing people part of this Hall of Fame who we mentioned tonight. Of course, the one sitting right here to my right. Oh, yeah, Jen B, you got her vote. I'm just saying, you know. So, Adam Karnick votes you in. So, hey, it's never too early to nominate. So, in my opinion, you're already nominated. You know, just saying, Cecilia. It's Mike Pat in the chat room. It's like, hey, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the love.
Let's get it. So, really quick, I asked Mike for a few seconds because we're going over. Once again, that was a little unexpected there at the end, but I just couldn't slight Pierre Moss. He just sent it, and I'm so happy he was part of that. So, a few moments here while we're on our exit before we get on out of here. Couple of things. The Lakers beat the Charlotte Hornets last night, but they suck, in my opinion, still. It's really irritating.
It's just not their season.
I hope we can turn things around this year for the better. Not the best. I think right now, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of frustrating. But the Ducks find a way to destroy the Vegas Golden Knights after having just a crappy season. I don't know how that happened, but they did it. And we just got to give it one time, guys. On Christmas Day, Raiders! I'll tell you right now, Cecilia and I were freaking out.
Yes, we were jumping and screaming and everything. We scared our poor cat, Blue. She was like all hiding underneath the bed. I was like, we gotta calm down. We're scaring her.
Our poor cat. She was, we freaked out, you guys.
That was such a good game. They're doing so well.
Ugh.
They need to keep this coach for sure.
Antonio.
If they don't, I'm going to go talk to them personally.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
You don't want that, y'all. Trust me. You don't want that. I get that sometimes. You don't want that. You know, it's not good. She gets crazy, y'all. She gets crazy. But I will tell you right now, Antonio Pierce needs to stay.
Yes. He's proven that he's, coaching really well.
He has them playing like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
This team needs to stick around. I love this team. I love what we got going on. Playing the Indianapolis Colts this weekend, this coming weekend, and it's kind of crazy. Both teams are playing for their playoff lives. Mm-hmm. So right now it's kind of like winner gets in. And it's kind of crazy. So in the next 2 weeks, the Raiders got to win out, basically, and have some things go their way. Kind of the same thing with the Colts. So it all starts with the Colts this weekend. Really, really, really excited for that. And yeah, so there's a little bit of our sports. And I want to end it with this, even though I knew we were didn't gonna take too much time of it. But last week, as we told you, we were on Peacock because I thought you had to get Peacock.
Yeah, this dodo bird.
to watch the Chargers and Bills game. And then Taryn's like, hey, I'm watching it right now. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, so I didn't have to get Peacock? So whatever, we got Peacock just to watch the game.
At least you thought.
At least I thought. We had the game on during our show last week. We did it on Saturday. And, well, Cecilia got acquainted with the streaming service, as she likes to get acquainted with the streaming services. And she started finding lots of things to watch. Mm-hmm. Well, this past week, we have binge-watched Dr. Death. Tell them a little bit about it.
All it is it's about, so they have 2 seasons, and I thought it was going to be about, obviously the same doctor within the 2 seasons, but then I was looking more into it and reading it and everything. Come to find out it's about 2 different doctors, because obviously once you see the end of season 1, it doesn't really make sense to make a season 2 about the same doctor, especially since, a spoiler alert, he gets convicted and has to do jail time. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, well, what's the second one then? Obviously, you find out, and it's about a different doctor. And these 2 doctors live in 2 different places. I forget. I think one of them lives in, Texas or Denver or something like that. And then the other doctor, I think it's based off of New York or something like that. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then these 2 doctors, I really don't understand. It's not even the show, real life. You hire a new doctor, you would think that they would have, their chief of medicine, spy on them while they're doing surgeries. Because they're both surgical techs. Both surgical doctors. But I don't know. They end up doing, some crazy stuff. The very first doctor, he's a I forget.
Neurosurgeon.
There you go. Yeah, neurosurgeon. So he works, on your back, like your spine and everything. And obviously that's very dangerous territory. Like I feel like it's like the transmission in a car. It's very technical. I mean, your brain is also very, crazy too. And
great relation there, by the way.
And scary. So you really have to know stuff. But yeah. And that doctor who was working on the spine, his name is Christopher Dunch. And then the other doctor, he acts like he's God, which no one should have that idea, because no one is God. No. But anyway, he works on trachea, so that's obviously in your throat where you can breathe, and I'm assuming that's where like food goes down to. And he thinks that he like created like a miracle trachea, and he puts it in more than a couple patients, and unfortunately they, all of them have passed away, I think, except for 2, and they were literally rotting in their throats, and unfortunately that's what killed them and everything. But I see it as when teachers get hired, they have the principal come into their classroom and give them observations for 2 years. I don't know how the medical field works, but you would think that they would have the chief of medicine check up on these new hired doctors and see how well they're actually doing, instead of just saying, oh, we have your resume, we have these references. You would think that, they would dig deeper and show that these doctors are who they actually say that they are, and not just taking their word for it. So the medical field definitely needs to change something about it. They also have a documentary on Peacock as well about the 2 doctors. We're watching those as well. What's his name? Macalini? I can never say his name. Paolo Maccanini or whatever. He's Italian. That's the one who works on tracheas, or did. I forgot what I was going to say there. I lost my train of thought. Sorry. But anyway, his documentary itself is like an hour, so that's like a movie in a way, but it's a documentary. And then Christopher Dunch is also a documentary, but they broke it up into 4 episodes. So we're to finish Maccanini's, or Paolo, I'll just call him Paolo, and then we're watching now Christopher Dunch's right now, just to see. I wanted to see the comparison from the show to the documentary itself. Yeah,
it's insane, isn't it? Like I was telling Cecilia, I says, by the way, beautiful job there. Great job, very, very good. This woman, man, she knows her stuff. I'll tell you, like I told Cecilia, I can't believe that other guy, the Macalini guy, like got off like so easy. Like 2 years. I told her he's got to be the only person in the world like who has ever knowingly killed 17 people and didn't like get freaking life or worse in prison.
Yeah, Christopher Dunch got more time.
Yeah, like how does that happen?
I forgot how much he's actually still in prison. He doesn't get out, I think, until when? I forgot. It was like 2045
something like that.
Something
yeah,
like that.
He'll be like 73 years old or something like that. But that just goes to show you guys, please always do your homework with doctors. Do your best. Do your due diligence. Don't go out there and get hurt or anything bad happen to you. Please make sure you follow their everything.
Ask those questions, like even when you have an appointment. I'm not saying you can't trust your doctors now or anything, but still, like what you just said, do your due diligence. I know it's hard once you get into the room and everything, and you forget the questions. Write them down beforehand if you have any concerns or anything. I mean, that's what they're there for, to do their job too, and make sure that they're giving you the right, health plan for yourself.
Yeah, it's so true, you guys. We just want everybody to know, please be safe out there. Please be safe. Make sure you're always, like I said, doing your homework and knowing everything about your doctor, your physicians, everybody. Because I'll tell you right now, being misdiagnosed is one thing, but then being put into a situation where you feel like you can't do anything to be in a situation where you can't do anything because you're already ruined or something bad happened to you bad enough. That's bad. That's way worse than anything. That's like I feel so bad for these people. I felt so bad for these people. So once again, guys, please make sure you're out there, just being safe and checking up, because man, these crazy doctors. It said there was like so many different cases out there that didn't even get brought to the light of day.
I think that one was for Paolo, but I think for the most part, Christian Dunch is all of his patients. He's paying for it now.
Which is crazy there. So anyway, guys, double outro there. Sorry, I prematurely hit the music. But with that said, really cool. We'll follow up on Dr. Death next week because we're not finished watching the documentary. But I just want to give that little bit there. And Cecilia, man, I'm telling you, this woman is like an encyclopedia of anything pop culture, movies, documentaries, anything like that. She's awesome. So definitely looking forward to all that coming up. But yes, it was a great one tonight. Oh, what a show! That was so much fun. That was a lot of fun.
Always is.
Congratulations to the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame classes of 2022 and 2023. I can't believe I'm in. I got a gold shirt. And of course, everybody out there, be expecting a gold shirt coming your way. We thank you so much for that. For all of your just being a part of IE Sports Radio. And it's just been an honor being a part of the station. And it's so exciting. So yeah, Cecilia and I have really, it's incredible, she's been a huge part of the success as well as a driving force, even in times where I feel, I'll tell you right now, guys, that old saying, right, behind every great man is a great woman. Well, she's not behind me, she's right next to me, and that's the best part. She helped me keep this thing going, even in the toughest times when COVID hit and all kinds of crap, man, so I'll tell you, this is how it goes, and she definitely deserves a Hall of Fame too for next year, so all of you, we thank you all so very much. We appreciate you all. New Year's is tomorrow, or in 2 days.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve. Everyone be safe, please.
Yes.
Please enjoy it, have fun, but please be safe. Please be safe out there. A lot of craziness going on. We're going to go dance some salsa for New Year's. Alright, so anyway, with that said, we are almost out here. Mike Pat in the chat room says, alright guys, I gotta get on. Come on, hurry up. So, sorry for that. So anyway, with that said, give us a follow at TSCP_IESR on Instagram and on X. Also, show us some love on all social media outlets, everywhere for IE Sports Radio. Check out our podcast, wherever you get your podcasts at. And of course, always check out Planet Jerky, premium jerky, beef jerky, planetjerky.net. Any last words for our listeners tonight?
Thank you for listening. Take care, be safe, and stay healthy.
Please do. It's a crazy world. Stay healthy out there.
Happy New Year.
Oh, and Happy New Year, y'all. Well, that's it. One more time for 2023. And we are on to 2024. Stay tuned, y'all. Let's whine about DMV sports with our very own Mike Pat coming up in just a few moments. And, well, that is that. For my beautiful wife, Cecilia, from your boy, Larry B., we will see y'all next year. I had to do it. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.